Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 11th of October 2021, and the time now is 6:17 a.m. Well, today is a video review, and our topic is about cord blood banking. All right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. All right, so for the video I share and then for uh, the information in that link is about the cord blood banking informations, which is in Singapore. Yep, and then yeah, I found that in Singapore the government really did a good job by having a cord blood bank, which is kind of public, and then also have some ways to encourage people to do the donation of the cord blood. Yeah, and yeah, I think it is a rational choice to donate, I think, to me, because why if I mean in Singapore, if I were Singaporean, and the price of using cord blood, if you want to use and you want to kind of buy from the public cord blood bank, and then the cost is something like 75K Sing dollars. So the price is really high. And then how about the people who donated their cord blood to the bank, and then because they are the public cord blood bank, so they kind of collect uh, many cord blood from many people. So if you are a donor, and then in case in the next uh, in the future, your child wanted to use the cord blood, and then you can get it for free. So yeah, so I think this is totally a good deal for parents in Singapore to make this decision.
I think, okay, first I'm not sure
Mm.
whether the parents of the donor also can also can get the benefit, but it only mentioned the donor can withdraw, can
Yeah.
use the blood in future for free, right? It
Yep.
didn't
Yep.
say relative of the donor.
Mm. Yep. For this one, yeah, I just say that it is a good decision for parents, because I think if they did that, it is no doubt good for their kids. And then also I get some information also from here and from other places uh, for um, for even for siblings. For example, if you have two kids, and then you only collect the umbilical cord of your first kid, and then if you want to use the cord blood for your second kids, and then the chances that it is suitable is only 1/4, which is 25%. So yeah, for I think for relative or other people, or for the parents, yeah, the chances could be around this or even lower. So I think for the use of cord blood is basically just for uh, primarily for the kids is themselves only. For other people, maybe yeah, you need to deal a little bit with luck. Yeah, and also I get some information, which is if the person is an adult, and then the umbilical cord of one uh, from one
Not
uh,
for grown adult, right? For fully grown adult.
yeah, it's not enough if let's say you give birth to a kid, and then in that birth giving, and then the cord blood, it isn't enough for an adult. And even I saw some information, but that is all information, which is 2011, which is in Malaysia, and then there is a guy share his experience of choosing the Malaysia's umbilical cord banking, and then they tell him that for adults it is not enough, and then even for kids greater than for kids which is 12 years old and older, they couldn't guarantee that it is enough for them. Yeah, but there is the 10 years old technology, but today's I'm not sure. And then yeah, so we can see that actually it's not easy. And then for also for the drama you share in the last conversation, which is about a mother want to give birth to another kids and then to save the other kids. So in that case, maybe they just bet for it, and then they have only 25% uh, of the chance, which is they can get the suitable one, the suitable cord blood for the other siblings. Yep. So also I found that in this link and also the video, it seems like for this cord blood, it can help for a few diseases which is deadly, and also for it seems that for a few types of cancer which can be helped by this cord blood. But again, yeah, the longest you can use the cord blood is 21 years, right? Because the cord blood can only be kept not for not longer than 21 years if you choose to keep it in a private cord blood bank. Yeah.
And I also believe the effective of the cord blood cells, for the stem cell
Mm.
will become weaker and weaker.
Mm. Yeah. 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 Something like close to the expiry date, and then also also because your kids growing uh bigger and bigger, right? So yeah, on the cord blood side, the effective is going down, and for the kids side, their age is going up. So I think yeah, maybe uh, after 15 years, that is not that efficient anymore.
Yeah, and also maybe uh for boy, for the
Mm.
male child, is not enough. Yeah, so compared to a female child,
Mm.
because their body is bigger.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And also one another thing is, if the cancer or if the disease is the so-called genetically disease,
Mm.
so it's come from uh the the family is the family themselves or come from the child themselves.
Mm.
So it's about the genetic disease, and the cord blood, the stem cell in the cord blood may not be able to deal with the disease, and
Mm.
may not be able uh, to kind of like cure the disease, because the stem cell in the cord blood may also get an infection.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like it's a defect, right?
Mm,
For the stem cell itself, and
mm.
then um yeah, yeah, yeah. I suddenly forgot what I want to say. So anything want to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah. You
mm.
first.
No, you.
Oh, yeah, I also tried to check some informations in Malaysia, and I found that the information isn't much, and even I get from uh, the the MOH of Malaysia, and found that um, in one of their one of their informations, they say that we have several choices in Malaysia if we want to choose the cord blood bank. And I found that the list isn't much. It's just like 4 or 5 bank only. And then also I try to check the price and find it quite difficult because some of them didn't show the price openly publicly. And then but somehow I did find something and a rough figure which is like a few thousands, close to 6,000, just to do this. So actually comparing to Singapore, there is a big difference in price. And for Malaysia, it is like you have to pay, for example, 3,000 at first, in the first year, and then for the next year, from next year onwards, you have to pay only like 250 until the next 19 or 20 years. Yeah. So this is the part for price.
Mm. Yeah. But what is the year of the information? Is it the
Um,
current one?
the year I think is quite current because it is from the MOH. Yeah. And I also read some information from 2011, and at that time the price they say for those parents who choose to keep the cord blood, they say the price at that time something like under promotion, the price is like 3,008 or around or prices around that only. So we can see that after 10 years, the price of the cord blood bank also increased to 6,000.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah. And also I I forget the terms because the article you share actually you you can say not only the cord blood and you can save another part. It seems like the cord uh the umbilical cord belt or something like that. And then if you choose to save them together and
Hmm.
uh yeah the total price will be higher. But uh in the article it seems like is like 1,000 additional yeah
Oh,
cost. Mm.
yeah. Yeah, which part is it? I think I missed that part. So what's the purpose to keep the umbilical belt also?
Inside maybe also contain the stem cell
Oh.
because mm, if you only choose to save the the cord bloods, it will just extract the cord blood from the cord blood belt. If
Hmm.
you choose to save if you choose to save the cord blood umbilical cord blood belt together, and yeah, and then the cost will be higher because they need more space to save it.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, maybe also different technology for that.
Yeah, okay. I think the part is in the stem cord. Mm.
Stem cord. Okay. Hmm. Uh,
And which is the last sentence?
the
You
last
have
set.
the option of storing mesen mesenchymal stem cell together with a cord blood, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And also, yeah, and the first one, the cord life also have this. This is in the one, two, three. Yeah, the third paragraph. Cord life
Mm.
is
Yeah,
is
I
the
saw
only
it.
cord blood bank in Singapore that lets you store the umbilical cord lining together
Mm.
with the cord blood. The umbilical core lining has stem cells called mesenchymal stem cells (MSCs)
Hmm.
and epithelial stem cells (EPSCs) that play a big part in the formation of skin or muscle and can repair injured tissues and organs.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, so the total price is like mm, I'm not sure whether it's 6,600 to 6,700 or
Hmm.
5,500 to 6,900. Yeah. Yeah, but the price is around 6,000 to 7,000.
Hmm. Yeah, and I saw it quite strange because why, uh, do you see that the also in the Cod Life company, which is one, two, three, four, the fifth paragraph,
Mm,
yeah, the last sentence it says that what's that? The fifth paragraph, which is the second line starting from the few last word, which is free after age 21. So what does it mean? Does it mean that we still can keep it, but they couldn't guarantee for the effectiveness
yeah,
or
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Oh.
Mm, yeah, or maybe yeah. I also not sure because after after year 21, the effectiveness of the stem cells will be very weak. Mm,
Mm.
yeah. So they say they'll still keep it. Mm, yeah, but maybe keep in other place. Yeah. So so they can reduce their cost, or maybe yeah, because maybe you want to get back for something like the uh something like a 纪念品,
Mm.
a memorable purpose, something like
Yeah.
that. Mm, yeah, but one thing we sure that is the stem cell is not is not uh is not enough for an grown adult. Yeah, so and also it only have a small chance can use on other people,
Mm.
even though it is the child sibling, only 25%.
Yep.
So after 21 years, considering the effectiveness reduced and considering uh, the the suitabilities, and I don't think the stem cell still have like uh, have much effectiveness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And also every year have new baby born. Mm. If everyone donate the cord blood to the cord blood bank,
Mm.
and I think the cord blood bank uh mm, yeah will need to use the 21 years old cord blood. Mm.
Mm. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and also yeah, there is one part which shows the interesting figure, right? Which is in the private cord blood bank, and then if they calculate the the use I mean the clients who really uh, withdraw the cord blood for medical use, it's only very little, right? For
Mm.
private one, only like I only like
0.04%.
yeah, it's really low, and for the public one is it has only like 2.2%, right?
It's 0.22%, if I'm not
Oh,
wrong.
is it? Because for public one, it must be higher because they can use for other people. for private one, you can only withdraw your own one, and other people couldn't withdraw yours. So I think it's in the part which is the Singapore Cord Blood Bank.
Yeah. It's 2.2%. Yes.
Mm, yeah. So also because they do something like if you are the donor, you can withdraw it for free. So I think this is a very good way to collect um, the kind of the big amount of cord blood, and then also benefit for the people.
Yeah. So if so, you definitely would choose to donate the cord blood in Singapore, right?
Yep.
Yeah. If you live in Singapore, and how about if you live in Malaysia?
Um,
Malaysia don't have this facility, right?
I think we can try asking for more information because I also saw some advertisement from MOH which actually encourage people to donate the cord blood, but I couldn't get information like this one, which is compiled and summarized by other people
Mm.
about the benefit of donating your cord blood.
Yeah, but if let's say um if you don't donate your cord blood, you also can withdraw it for very little price or even free.
Mm.
Because in Malaysia the government hospital is subsidized, yeah, hugely.
Mm.
So if you know if you know that, will you still donate,
Um,
or
I
will you
think yes. I think
mm,
yes because to donate, I think it is different from donating our blood. We have to sit there and then
yeah
they
uh,
put a
yeah
tube to suck out the
mm,
blood. No need, right?
yeah, if I ask you another question, will you
Mm.
still to keep your child cord blood in the private cord blood bank, or will you keep the cord blood for your family purpose, family use
Um,
purpose?
yeah, a few thousand. Yeah, I think can be considered.
Yeah, and actually this is incomplete, I ask you, will you choose to donate? You say yes, but
Mm.
if you choose to donate it, it actually means that you don't want to keep it for your family use purpose, right?
Um, donate, but we can withdraw, right?
And yeah, I know. I mean, if you the premises is if you are in Malaysia,
Mm.
okay, and then if you know that even though you don't donate your cord blood, okay, and then you still can withdraw it for very little price or even free, because the government hospital in Malaysia is hugely subsidized.
Mm. Yeah, now I got
So
it.
if mm,
Mm. Yeah, I think I didn't consider well enough, and um, yep, I think firstly I will go to understand really from the public corporate bank, they can
no, I
give
mean
you the
I,
suitable
mm,
blood.
no, I mean yeah. Um, so do you understand my questions?
Yeah, I think yes, because there is some conflict in my answer, right? Firstly,
Yeah.
I say I would like to donate, and then donate means that I don't want to keep it. Yeah, and then
Mm,
my second answer is like I'll consider to keep the cord blood in private
mm.
corporate bank. Yeah, I think yeah, just now I didn't really think into that question, and
Yeah.
I treat them like separate
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. So what is the answer?
Yeah, yeah. My answer is firstly, I would like to know from the public cord blood bank whether it has a high chance to get suitable cord blood for kids in case they need. And because
Wait a
if
minute. Wait a minute. Do you really understand my question?
mm,
Do I really need to repeat the premises three times? Because I say that if you don't donate your cord
yeah,
blood to the central cord blood bank, you also can withdraw the cord blood, okay, from the government, from the central cord blood bank for very, very little price or even free because the government hospital is heavily subsidized.
Yeah, 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 but
So with these premises, what you still need to understand, what you still need to check. Yeah,
yeah, my
you say
question
you want to,
is,
hmm?
yeah,
Yeah,
is whether that is suitable. I mean, the suitability, because for siblings only one over four, right?
yeah. So this is something that we already know, right? Just like in Singapore, you choose to donate. Why not you choose to why not you choose to save it? Because just now before that before the Malaysian, I asked you if you live in Singapore, will you choose to donate or will you choose to keep it for yourself? You say you definitely will donate.
In Singapore case, because to be frank, firstly, I look at the price. I know that that is too difficult to afford in Singapore
Why?
to keep it in private.
Why? If you live in Singapore, you are earning Singapore dollar.
Um, yeah, 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 you can say that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So, uh, mm, yeah, but never mind. What's your answer? You want to understand the probability to get a new, I mean, to get a suitable cord blood, the stem
Hmm.
cell from other
Yeah,
people, and then after that,
yeah. If the chance is high, then I think um, if the chance is high, then I think we don't need to keep it in private one. Yeah.
how do you define high?
For example, is greater than 90%.
Okay, impossible, right? Because for a sibling it's just 25%, and
Mm,
it's other people cord blood.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
but considering the big numbers, still not possible.
90% is really, I mean, uh, okay, try to imagine you donate a cord blood,
Mm,
I donate a cord blood, and everyone donate one cord blood to
yeah.
the bank. And let's say your child have the problems, and you actually have two child. You
Mm,
donate so you donate two cord blood. I have let's say I have three child. I donate three cord blood,
mm,
and everyone have average two or three uh child. They also donate all the cord blood, and among all these cord blood, which one should have highest chance to suit one of your child? First is the one for your own child. This is the most suitable one.
mm,
Yeah. The second it should be the sibling.
mm, yeah.
Yeah. And the rest is other people. The rest is from other people. Yeah. Yeah. You can say there's some probability that uh, that 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 the chances will be like comparative or maybe like almost same with the sibling or with yourself, but it couldn't be higher, because DNA DNA is kind of like a really really big number, maybe a few thousand or trillion number. So no one, yeah, no one in the world. I mean, no two people in the world have the totally same DNA.
Mm,
Yeah. For example, just like our what is it called, the 指纹,
yeah, the finger,
fingertip,
fingertip. Yeah, I'm not
uh,
sure.
fingertip, thumbprint,
Ah, yeah, yeah.
fingerprint, yeah, fingerprint identification. Yeah, so yeah,
Hello.
uh,
Yeah.
hello, yeah,
Mm,
the government use the fingerprint to checking if the people involved in the criminal case. Yeah. So, and also like the FBI, they also use the fingerprints. They also use like the face. Yeah. So you can see, no, yeah, there are no two people really have the same DNA. Even though
Mm.
you use a face recognition, you can find a little bit difference.
Yeah.
So how can you say the suitability can better, can greater than your own one? Not possible.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even think it is possible to beat your sibling one. Mm.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So if this is true, then will you choose to save or will you choose to donate?
Um. Um. Yeah. I think. Yeah. To save it. To save it. It only like effective for 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years, and uh, also save it privately. You have to pay. You have to pay it, and then how about paying? Yeah, I know it's different. Paying for to buy an insurance for your kids. Um, yeah, of course, in maybe in within the 10 or 15 years, the umbilical cord will be more effective if in case they really need the treatment. Um, yeah, I think yeah, I think maybe I would choose to buy insurance instead of to keep the umbilical cord for my kids.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the answer I think is clear. If we don't keep privately, and then the option is to donate it.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm. Yeah. This is also one of the consideration because you can use the same amount of money to do other things.
mm,
For example, buying an insurance.
yeah.
Mm. And for me, uh, yeah, my answer remains unchanged. Like in 2 days ago, I will also choose to donate. And I actually, yeah, actually considering the probability, uh, this is something like doing a probabilistic analysis. You see, and for private, if you store your own uh cord blood, I mean,
Mm,
the parents store your cord blood, how many percent you eventually will use the cord blood?
yeah.
0.04%. So
Mm,
it is extremely low.
yeah.
Yeah. So you pay a price in order to deal with the 0.04% risk. Hmm.
Mm,
But is there any other thing? For example, accidents. Yeah, can for example like the car accident, or maybe you choose to upgrade your car. Maybe you buy a heavier, a bigger um, bumper.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
they can save your family life. They can save also your child life. And considering the accident rate, considering the uh, yeah the injury in a car accident,
Mm,
and if you frequently travel on the routes, and it should be higher than 0.04%.
yeah.
So you can do a lot of these kind of substitutions, and try to find try to do the comparison, so to see whether this price is worth for this. And also you also need to consider, even though you save the cord blood, and the cord blood is not the only cost. it's not the only cause uh, you need to save your child life.
Mm.
Yeah. So you need to pay additional cost
Yep.
for the whole treatment. Is it just using the cord blood? How about the operation fee? How about
Mm.
surgery? How about the hospitalizations? Yeah, so there are much more costs to bear. Yeah, so do you really have that money to do the surgery? If
Mm.
you don't have, forget about it. Forget about storing your cord blood. If you need to like installment uh to, to to store the cord blood, and you don't have money to buy the insurance. And yeah, so if your child really get a serious disease, you
Mm.
can't even pay for the medical bills.
Yep.
Mm. So no matter you have the umbilical cord blood or not, it doesn't matter.
Mm. Yep. Exactly.
Mm. And also the next, it only can we talk about the effectiveness, it only can keep up to 21 years. Yeah. And if you want to say, yeah, maybe the effectiveness didn't reduce, we can use on our next child. But think about it, your next child have their own cord blood, so you don't really need that, right?
Mm. Yep.
If you choose to keep it. Yeah. And yeah, not enough for grown adults and only 25% for sibling.
Mm.
Mm.
Yep.
And also, you can save your child by exclude the genetical disease because of the cord blood may also have the same infection or disease. Yeah.
Mm.
So, uh, yeah, even though this is a rare case, but try to considering the to get the disease that need to use the cord blood is also very real case 0.04%.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah. So by considering all of these, I would choose to donate. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. And yeah, but of course I have other consideration. For example, if my child get a really serious disease, would I
Mm.
choose to save my child? Yeah, this is also another consideration. For example,
Yep.
let's say now you uh let's say you save a lot. You save like, for example, 500,000 or even 1 million,
Mm.
and you finally can retire, and then you get married, and then you keep a child, and then the child have problem. I mean, have a serious disease, and
Yeah.
then will cost you like 500K
Mm.
to 1 million. Will you choose that? Yeah. So this is one consideration.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah. So it depends on people. Yeah. No morality involved here, and
Mm.
also yeah, and for this conversation, I think this is a very great opportunity to talk about the selfish, and also
Mm.
talk about the moralities,
Yep.
mm, to further explain my point of view, my opinion about the selfish, the real selfish, and also the morality, the moral value. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, what is the real selfish? What is selfish is actually the persons radically care about something that that could be important or unimportant to other people. Mm. Yeah, but of course this confirm the something here confirm is important to the people. Yeah,
Mm.
to the people themselves, or maybe yeah, because adhere the important to themselves is quite subjective, because maybe you lack of knowledge, so you think it's important, but actually uh, grounding from the fact is actually unimportant to you, but you think it's important to you. Yeah. So what is a real selfish is the person radically care about something. Yeah. That 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 may also important or unimportant to other people.
Mm.
Yeah. So this is how I give the definition about selfish. And if you follow these definitions, you can lead to the next point. You can have the next notion, which is people make decision based on self-interest rather than group interest. So we have selfish. Yeah, we make decision based on self-interest rather than a group interest. For example, some people will say, yeah, why we need to donate the cord blood? Yeah, if everyone save their own cord blood, then it should be okay, right? This is one of thinking. And another thinking is, if everyone donate their cord blood, yeah, it also another thinking, because you not only can save your own child, you also can have a chance to save other people's child. Yeah, and this is two different approaches. So whether you make decision based on self-interest or rather the group interest. And also people have different self-interest. Yeah, because the importance is one thing. The For example, the level of importance is different. Is different from people to people. Yeah. So for example, let's say I view the table very important. You view the chair very important. So it's different thing. Yeah. But of course, if I ask you whether table important to you, you may say yes, but you think chair is more important. Otherwise, you need to stand up and you couldn't sit down and eat. Yeah. And in my opinion, yeah, if you don't have table, you need to hold your food container to eat. For example, like this. Yeah. So um yeah, people have different self interests and also the thing they care. Yeah, they care different things. And then so you can lead to a conclusion. This is just choices. Yeah, just like I the quote I like to say it. Yeah, it's just a choice. So that means for rational people, for rational person, he shouldn't try to use morality to affect to affect uh to affect their or affect other people's decisions. Yeah. So yeah, because okay, first go back to the definition. Some what is selfish is something uh is a people is the like the scenario that people radically care about something. Yeah, and the thing may not unimportant to you, but the thing is is important to the people. Yeah. So you think the people selfish, but they think this is just about uh they pursue the self interest. Yeah, and you may think they mm, yeah, maybe you don't view the thing important, but they view the thing very important. So you think they are cheap and they don't want they don't do the giving. But try to imagine maybe your life is very important to you. Will you give up your life? Yeah, maybe you will in some circumstances, but most of the case you won't. So try to imagine you want the people giving up the things. For example, the core blood. Maybe they think this is their life. Yeah, so you try to convince or you try to force other people donate. Donate their core blood, but if they view the thing is their life, you view the thing is just a core blood. Yeah. So you two have a different concept about the core blood. So when people don't donate it and you say they are selfish, but but if I ask you, will you donate your life
Mm.
to save other people? You 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 will say no. Mm. So
Yep.
yeah, so this is uh yeah, it's just a choice, and you shouldn't try to use morality to affect yourself and also other people's decision. Mm.
Mm. Yep.
And but it lead to the next point. If this is a choice, and yeah, even you try to use the morality to uh or try to use the morality to influence other people, it's also a choice. You get what I mean?
Mm.
Uh, just on the last sentence is, yeah, because people have different self-interest and the thing they care, so it is
Yep.
a choice,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't try to use morality to affect other people's decisions. Yeah, but even the thinking of this, you shouldn't try to use morality to affect other people's decision. This thinking, this mindset is also a choice.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, you can choose to use morality to judge people, to influence people or not. This is also a choice to you. Yeah,
Mm.
but the thing you can do is don't let other people use morality to affect your choice or decision.
Mm. Yep.
This is something that you can do. Yeah, but of course, this is also a choice. You can choose to yeah to follow the morality, to use the morality to restrict yourself or not. This is also a choice. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, and but and also for me, uh, yeah, I think this is a way of improving. Just like the learning, there's a curve. You as more you learn, you become better. And yeah, of course, yeah. I think in this case, accepting this is a choice, and also don't use morality to judge other people,
Mm.
and to embrace the selfish, to accept the selfish, and also acknowledge the selfish, and agree that other people and allow other people to apply the selfish in their life. Yeah, and I think in this way I'm I'm doing quite well than other people and a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I still in the way of improving, and I also try to not use morality to look and think other people. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I couldn't be perfect. This is still on the way. Mm.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is my sharing for today.
I think for this part you really did very good. For uh even for me previously, like 1 or 2 years ago, if you ask me that, for example, if you need money, which is very urgent, and then you want to borrow money from other people, maybe from your friends, and the amount is not big, like 500 or 1,000, and you know that this person is wealthy and he must have the ability to afford that. If you ask me that, if they don't borrow money to me, will I think they are selfish? My answer will be yes. But yeah, I think for you, you won't, right? This is already something we discussed before.
Mm.
Whether they want to lend you the money is their choice, and then uh, they have their own interests, and then we shouldn't expect that we are friends, and then you must lend me the money, something like that, right?
Yeah, and you can say they're selfish, but so what? Yeah, and I can accept other people call me selfish person. I
Mm,
can accept that. Mm.
yep.
Yeah,
And then
because to me, selfish is not the absolute bad thing. Mm.
mm, yep. And I think one thing we need to learn from these things is that um, for the person itself, maybe some other people call him selfish, and then as the party which is maybe is the counterparty of this person. For example, if you want to borrow money from him, yeah, we really need to have this mindset so that so that we know it, we won't like keep blaming other people uh, or judging other people.
Mm. Yeah. And also the persons you think he or she is selfish, maybe she's just selfish on the things uh uh the thing you look at. Okay, for example, other things. For example, I agree that I'm a selfish person, and I also believe that you know I'm a very selfish person. And but how about on many let's say on many like uh many scenario, for example, about the sharing. Yeah, I like to share knowledge.
Yeah.
Is this a selfish behavior? No,
No.
but for me, yeah, but for me, from my self perspective, I don't care whether people accept that or not. Yeah, I just care whether I can share it, and because it is good for me. Yeah, so I'm doing a non-selfish behavior. It's not equally it's not equally means that I'm a non-selfish person.
Yep.
And how about the cord blood? Yeah, I choose to donate the cord blood because I think other people can use the cord blood, and also I don't want to spend the money on saving on storing the cord blood. Yeah, but my this behavior is a non-selfish person if you're using this to judge me. But and also most of the people, I would say most of people, they would like to save the cord blood if they have money, if they have enough money. But for me, I still want. Yeah, if still, yeah, I have enough money, I still won't do that because there's too much thing you can substitute it. You can use the same amount of money to substitute it instead of
Yeah.
storing the core blocks. But other people won't think like that. Other people think, yeah, if I have enough money, I definitely will store the core block.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can ask other people if let's say if they have like 100K saving, would they willing use like 5% or maybe like 10% to save the core block? Or maybe how about 1 million? How about they have 1 billion like that? Would they
Yep.
use the money to do that? Most of people will say yes, but for me, I will say no. I just don't want to spend. I just don't want to spend the money. Because it looks stupid. Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So we need to know that behavior and the personality is different. Yeah, and behavior can be largely influenced by the environment. This is also something that we discussed a lot in the past. Yeah. So you shouldn't use the morality to judge other people's behavior. Is also one of the reasons.
Yep. Yeah. And then yeah, suddenly I uh think of something which is if we choose to donate the cord blood to the public cord blood bank, and if let's say that because we know that it is not easy to get a suitable one, the percentage wouldn't be high. So there is one benefit for yourself, right, for the donor, because if nobody used your cord blood, and if your child need it, maybe in within the 20 years, you can ask it from the
Yeah,
public one, right?
yeah. You still can use your own one.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
also the total cost of storing is for free, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so comparing whether donate or not donate, I think donate is definitely the better choice.
What?
I mean, if you don't want to save it in a private one, and to me, if you ask me whether to donate, I think donate is definitely the better to me.
Yeah, of course. Because if you don't donate, the umbilical cord blood will just wasted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This of course. You won't do something that hurt other people' interest uh w- uh and without having any benefits for you. Mm. Yeah. Maybe some people will do that. Mm. Some people will do that. Yeah. If something that I cannot get, if something that I cannot benefit, I also don't want other people to. Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and can you say they are selfish? No, this is just their choice. Mm. They
Yeah.
can choose to do that. Mm.
Yeah. And this remind me of one stupid things that I did, which I also think is very selfish. When I was a kid, and then once I get a candy, I remember, and then I want to eat it, but unfortunately my brother saw it, and then uh, he also said he wanted, and then I don't want to share with him, and then my I forgot it's my mom or my dad heard it, and then he said that, oh, we can break the candy into two. Yeah, and then you know what I did? I directly throw the candy into the dustbin. Yeah. For this one, you may say is selfish, but I think for that moment, it's because of the
Mm.
emotional thing is too heavy to me at that time, and I didn't know how to manage it.
Yeah,
So I did something irrational.
if you use the cost and benefit analysis to try to analyze it,
Mm.
and you can conclude that the mental cost is greater than the benefit from eating the half piece of or half piece of candy or even a full piece of candy.
Yeah. Yeah, really. What is that? The emotional cost. Yeah.
The mental cost. Yeah.
Mental cost. Hmm. Yeah, and then for many choices, we think people are selfish. Sometimes it's also the mental cost, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
All right. So these are my sharing today.
Okay. So that's all for our today conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell you what you think in our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocal mistake that we made, please also comment to let us know because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.